Bays, you ready? You ready? Let's fight.
A possible title shot up for grabs. This female women's 135-pound bout is underway, and a quick start as Carmouche immediately goes for the tie plum on Kaufman, who backs her up into the fence, and this is where Kaufman warned Carmouche, let's stay off the fence. Well, they're immediately on the fence, and turning the tables immediately is Carmouche.
Both these girls are really strong, you can tell. They're moving each other around, showing their muscle. Dynamite in little packages in this case.
And Carmouche delivered exactly what we thought she would. She came right out at Kaufman, walked right through her punches, and got her into the clinch. But Kaufman's the one that's keeping Carmouche against the fence.
Yeah, if you're going to be against the cage, it needs to be the other person.
Carmouche took the championship fight on very short notice when Miesha Tate was injured. Of course, Miesha Tate challenges Marloes Coenen for the title next Saturday night in Chicago here on Showtime. But these two now just jockeying for position, going back and forth, turning each other around on the fence. Kaufman, of course, wants that title back as well. But right now they need to see what they can do here against each other. And right now it's just a close quarters battle between Carmouche and Kaufman. There's a left uppercut by Kaufman. Some dirty boxing on the inside.
Yeah, and look at Kaufman digging her forehead in underneath Carmouche, and then Carmouche trying to dig back underneath. There's a lot of positioning going on there. Kaufman is able to do it better, and she's able to control position. She's worked on this a lot, you can tell.
After that amazing performance against Coenen, again taking her to the fourth round where she was ahead on all three judges' scorecards, 29-28. Carmouche had a very short training camp for that fight. She's had a full one for this fight, and so far so good as she now, foot stomping on Kaufman.
And now Kaufman gets back into over-under control, because for a while there, Carmouche had double underhooks, and she was trying to grasp her hands together behind Kaufman's back and take her to the floor.
Nice job. Kaufman started to spin her, and she put her right back in. You're either going to lift your underhook or you're going to pull on that side to get out of there, one or the other, or you can do what's called a double lateral. Go one way and then back the other real quick, just like she tried there to get off the cage.
Knee up the middle by Carmouche. Kaufman has that left arm free. Now backs. Oh, and there's an attempt at a judo throw by Carmouche, but ends up with Kaufman on her back. Has the no hooks in, however, and now Kaufman just looking to control Carmouche. Getting right up on her back, has the one hook in momentarily. Carmouche defending very well, however, very strong.
I think Kaufman was completely surprised to end up there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and it could have been a disastrous situation for Carmouche should Kaufman have sunk both hooks in and gone for that choke.
Nice job fighting her way back out of that and getting faced off with her.
Now Carmouche dropping the level, looking for a takedown wide base by Kaufman. Has the underhook. Some foot stomps again by Carmouche. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the opening round.
And we thought this was going to be a shootout.
That's what they had
advertised, right?
Advertised. Kaufman said in an interview, I challenge Carmouche to stay off the fence. Well, they're both doing a good job of staying on the fence here at close quarters in the opening round.
Yeah, Carmouche took that as she doesn't want to be against the fence. That's exactly where we're going.
Minute and a half remaining in the first frame.
When you're in there pummeling and battling for position like this, it's very exhausting on the shoulders, the biceps, triceps, tugging heavy on the head. Really wears the opponent out. And I think Carmouche is really doing a good job this first round to make sure Kaufman's punching muscles are tired.
Kaufman creates separation, backs out. Body kick by Carmouche, straight jab there by Kaufman. Ducks underneath the right hand from Carmouche. Now controlling the center of the cage, backing up, stepping off the line. Flashing the jab, looking to gauge the distance. And that's Kaufman's technique, coming straight forward with combinations, but Carmouche countering.
Carmouche is usually so aggressive, her defense really doesn't matter. But right now, Sarah has a good opportunity because Carmouche is leaving her chin a little bit high in the air when she charges forward. Sarah might be able to catch her with a straight right.
Now, the first 4 minutes of this fight was spent against the cage. Kaufman has got to get at it after her right now because they're not against the cage. She needs to use the boxing and land some punches, score some points.
There's a left hook kick combination delivered by Kaufman. Final 15 seconds left in the opening round. It's been a close first frame. Kaufman now looking to establish herself here with the distance. With the straight combinations, Carmouche misses with the right. Final 5 seconds, and now Kaufman tags her with the right hand. Step forward with the left, gets caught with a right of her own. And that's the end of the opening round.
Wow, you know, that's a tough round to score, but I'm going to go out on the ledge and say that Kaufman pulled it out at the end with a couple straight punches, but it was a lot of really close grappling up against the fence.
And of course, we want to welcome those brothers and sisters in arms who are watching on the American Forces Network. Of course, Liz Carmouche, former U.S. Marine. We want to thank each and every one of you for all that you do, and we hope you're enjoying the fights tonight on AFN.
Such big movement, that's why we're missing, okay? Get aggressive on the punch and then step out.
We're always moving in after we finish those strikes, okay? After you finish, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Okay?
Boom, boom, in.
Forward, don't hesitate on it. Forward, hesitate. Because you're giving us one hesitation, then you catch it.
Yeah, dropping underneath. Long with the punch. Yeah, great night. Okay? Awesome. Keep getting that air in. Deep breath.
Finally, she gets separation and tries to unload. There's Carmouche landing the right hand, a couple of them, and Kaufman coming back and really getting after her. You got to recognize if you're worried about getting taken down and you're not throwing punches, you're going to get taken down anyway. So do damage while you're standing up.
The estimable Greg Jackson helping out in Sarah Kaufman's corner with her coach Adam Zujek. Of course, Team Hurricane Awesome in the other corner. And again, a quick start here. Tie plumb by Kaufman. Carmouche drops a level. Being defended nicely by Kaufman along the fence as Carmouche is looking to drive through, wanting to pick her up and secure the takedown. And there she does a nice job of sweeping her feet. But Kaufman posting up, getting back up to her feet here. Has one knee on the ground. Knee delivered to the midsection by Carmouche.
Good power by Kaufman there, posting up finally and just standing up. That's exactly what you want to do when somebody takes you down. Stand right back up, frustrates them.
Kaufman catches Carmouche with the left hand. Carmouche standing in the pocket, delivers a right of her own. One would think this would be to Kaufman's advantage with the low kick and then the 1-2 upstairs, Stephen.
Kaufman is not pulling the trigger like she said she would in this fight so far.
Do you think, again, Pat, is it about the fact that she's overthinking things and getting back to her old habits?
She is, but, you know, like I mentioned earlier, Carmouche is at least bringing more of it out in her. She's getting a little more aggressive, but at some point you just got to say heck with it and just start rifling people.
Carmouche has got a certain rhythm to her shoulder and head movement, too, standing.
Kaufman burst on the scene, winning her first 8 fights in her native Canada, all via form of knockout before making her Strikeforce debut with a victory over Miesha Tate, who of course will challenge Marloes Coenen for the title next week. Both these ladies would like another crack at the crown and a chance to avenge losses to Coenen, but Coenen first has to of course get past Tate next week, and these two are in a war of attrition right now. Blood trickling from the nose of Carmouche. Being picked off here by Kaufman's jab. The jab becoming an effective weapon for Kaufman.
And doing a good job of finally cutting off the ring. Also, one thing that you notice, every time Kaufman throws something, Carmouche leans back. So she needs to start going to the body, bring that head back to her, then go back upstairs.
Sarah right now throwing punches with medium intensity. She hasn't loaded up yet. But it seems that Carmouche is available to be hit, so I wouldn't be surprised if Sarah stepped forward and really tried to drop a bomb straight down the middle.
Midway point of the round and the fight. Kaufman picking apart Carmouche in the stand-up. The jab slipping through the guard, and really it's that irritating jab that's not only marking up the face of Carmouche, but allowing Kaufman to follow up with kicks like that. Now, Kaufman tags her with a right hand.
This kind of fight is going to be a problem for Liz Carmouche to sustain.
Body kick caught by Carmouche. Drives Kaufman into the fence, but it's Kaufman who turns the tables and now has Carmouche pinned along the cage.
Yeah, Carmouche is aggressive in this fight. She keeps coming forward, but it's not as effective against Coenen because Sarah Kaufman's tougher to take down and she's got better punches.
Plus, Carmouche is starting to come face first into some of those exchanges.
Don't lead with your face, eh, Stephen?
Right. She's still hanging tough, though. That's the one thing, especially in these clinches.
Kaufman would be wise to try to disengage, but again, the strength of Carmouche turns her around. Knee to the quadriceps region. Another one inside the thigh area, the femoral nerve. And 1:20 now left in the second stanza. And again, they continue to just jockey for position here. Turning around, referee Josh Rosenthal watching, making sure that they stay active, exchanging of knees. Now it's Carmouche.
Kaufman showing a lot of strength here.
And she finally separates. Less than a minute left in the round.
Kaufman said we see a lot more knees in this fight, but we haven't seen too many from a plumb or from a distance. We've only seen them in the clinch.
Her jab's been her most effective weapon. Carmouche just
beautiful
telegraphs
stuff.
The takedown, and Kaufman now sprawls and thwarts another takedown attempt.
Very strong hips by Kaufman, huh?
Carmouche desperately trying to drive through, but Kaufman with the sprawl. 25 seconds left in the second round.
Carmouche trying to turn the corner. The main thing here is for Kaufman is keep their head trapped underneath you. If their head can't come up, they can't get a takedown. Exactly. She stuffed the head back underneath her. Perfect technique by Kaufman.
Final 10 seconds of the round. Carmouche now in the butt scoop position. Kaufman looking to avoid the up kicks. And we are headed to the third and final round.
Sarah Kaufman definitely won that round. Better punches. She did a lot of damage down the middle. Defended takedowns perfectly. I have her ahead 2-0.